So in today's video I would like to share with you how to break the fast correctly. And if you've been fasting for up to 24 hours to 5, 6 or 10 plus days, this video is for you. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ignas and this is Practical Wellness with you guys. First of all, I really want to say thank you for all the subscribers who are subscribed up until now. My channel is, growing step by step only because of you. And if you're new to this channel, if you enjoy my content, please don't forget to subscribe and like this video or any other videos that you're interested in. So last week's video was very personal. I showed you my adventure that I went on and I tried for the very first time myself water fasting. I'm so really thankful for everyone who has watched that video and anyone who is going to watch that video. Here's the link if you haven't seen it. I will add also the link in the description box below so you can see it for yourself. So it's been almost 1.5 weeks since I stopped with water fasting, and I can still tell you that I literally didn't gain anything so far. One of the adjustments that I decided to do after this experience was I wanted to introduce more plant-based food to my diet. And to be honest, I haven't eaten meat since then. I haven't eaten also any fish or dairy product. I kind of I gave up a long time ago, so that wasn't really, a challenge. It's not a challenge also, at least for now, to give up any meat. We'll see, maybe in the future I will call myself and I'll come out here on my YouTube channel as a vegan, who knows, but so far it's so good. I'm truly happy about, the foods that I'm choosing, and, I feel way better. But in this video, I really want to talk to you about what is so-called refeeding process. So as I mentioned in my last video, and you saw the ending of it, I broke my water fast with juice. So let me begin by explaining to you what are the differences between how many days have you fasted versus how many days you need to do the refeeding process until you can, fully get back to your normal meals. So for example, if you have been fasting from 6 hours until 24 hours, so literally just taking one day, there are no rules. You can go back to your normal, eating habits and eating portions the way you did before fasting if you do, a short period of time fasting. Could be water fasting, can be, just dry fasting, whatever you guys, wanting to do. However, to break such a short fasting, there are no rules for it. Next category, as I would say, is like people who fast from 24 hours till 72 hours. So 72 hours is the time limit, you know, where you've been fasting for 3 days. So to break that one, it's always advisable just to start very, very slow as well, and also with a liquid. So to break it, you also need to drink a juice, freshly squeezed juice, can be from berries, from, you know, food, and it should be only a glass. You can't do more because, you know, your stomach is just not used to that anymore, or kind of you know, it needs to restart very slowly with love, you know, so you can still continue the healing process that your body, you know, goes into, and get all the benefits of it. So just keep on, you know, drinking food, drinking juice, drinking smoothies, something very easy to digest, basically. So no hard food. And we do that for, let's say, if you've been fasting up until 72 hours, I would say you can, you know, do like half day or full day of juice, and then you can move on to starting, you know, with the small portions of food, whatever you guys like it. Now, after 72 hours, people who fast 72 hours and plus, refeeding process gets a little bit more, you know, complex in a way, in a sense that you really can't eat anything on your first day, so to say. So basically, in my own experience, what I did was I broke my fast at 7 p.m. in the evening. So in that evening, I started already, you know, drinking juice and drinking smoothie. I allowed for my stomach to process all of that throughout the night, and then also in the morning, next morning, I also started my day only with juice and a smoothie. And then, you know, around noon-ish, I started to have blueberries and strawberries. And trust me, the sensation that you get from not eating for a very long time and just, you know, taking something pure, it's like, wow. Really, like all of those flavors and taste and structure of, you know, a simple berry, you can really feel those sensations on your tongue. So that was really cool. That was really cool to experience and rediscover all of those flavors again. And, you know, it makes the food that you eat kind of like stronger. And then definitely if you eat like a mandarin, for example, it's enough to eat 1 or 2 mandarins for your lunch and you're completely full, if you did like water fasting for 5 days as I did. So my second day was just based on berries and a small fruit by the end of the evening, and that was it actually for day 2. So I was, you know, starting my day with juice and smoothies, then moving to eating fruit. I had, as I told you, mandarin, I had blueberries, and I had strawberries. That's basically it. On a day 3, I started again the same with the fruit, with a small, you know, portion of fruit. For the lunch, I already made something a little bit stronger because, you know, I was feeling hungry already. The hunger came back and I was feeling like, oh, I really want to eat something. But that's a beautiful thing about the experience after water fasting. You truly just want something fresh and nice, and, you know, I did not personally have any cravings, you know, for pizza or pasta or any, you know, kind of you know, easy made processed carb based food. So I was really just thinking about, okay, and spinach and maybe a little bit of lemon and you know, something like this. Even when I was on the water fasting, I had once a dream and I'm eating like carrots and spinach and combination of it, which is really weird. But my third day, that was it. So I did for lunch, I boiled some buckwheat. I had spinach and I made also homemade hummus. So like a few spoons of it with, you know, a little bit of chia seeds and stuff like that. So a really small amount of protein that came from chickpea in the hummus that I made, so it was like really a little bit, and then the rest were like based on greens and, you know, a little bit of carbs which were in buckwheat. So that was my meal for lunch basically. Then moving to the evening, I think that was the first time that I had warm food for almost 8 days. So I treated myself, and for the dinner I had some black rice with a little bit of, you know, steamed vegetables on the pan. I made, you know, courgette with a little bit of paprika, like aubergine. So basically that was it. So I had a little bit like stronger meal for the evening, and already, you know, cold feet and cold hands were not the case anymore. I was feeling warm again, I was feeling alive, but I still felt, you know, and even up until now, because I'm really keeping for 1.5 week more or less, you know, this light variation of dinner where, let's say, one dinner I made, you know, sweet potato fries in the oven, and that was basically it, what I ate for dinner. That was my dinner, you know, a very nice sweet potato recipe with all kind of like different herbs, and that was it, you know. And like you eat one potato for your dinner and that's it, and you're full. So it's like it's low in calories. This is one of the foods, you know, that does not cause any inflammations in your body, can be still quite easily processed, and you still feel energetic because it's you know, carbohydrates, but it's not processed. It's really, you know, natural. And that's what I liked about, you know, the switch that I made after water fasting, and, you know, the cravings that I had for better food, a higher quality food. You know, they still, I keep them going. I keep them going in my body, and kind of like, okay, what will I take for breakfast? So my breakfast now, it still continues to be berries or fruit. Sometimes I do a smoothie with a little bit, maybe a powder of protein, you know, vegan protein, plant-based protein, and that's it. And then of course I still keep on drinking loads of water, because since that experience I kind of like, I always feel thirsty. Of course I don't drink anymore like 6 liters of water as I did with the water fasting, but I keep it at least for 2.5 liters, sometimes 3 liters, you know, throughout the day. And it's not including like tea or, let's say, any other drink, but that's it. I basically drink water, tea. And how I start now, also mornings, with really good refreshing recipe. I take fresh lemon every morning, and, you know, I squeeze it at least half, and then I do it in a jar, and then I drink it throughout the morning. So I also feel like, you know, how my body still continues cleansing even I'm eating. So I hope you understand why it matters so much how you're going to break your fast. In a way, it is, you know, difficult, that you need to think through exactly what you want to eat, and also you need to kind of like remember, do it slowly, you know, don't immediately start eating, you know, carbs and pizzas and I know, pasta or like heavy food, you know, meat. Actually, also for meat, if you want, of course, to continue with the meat, please do it only on the day 3. Leave it for the last, and you know, day 3, 4. Just basically try to postpone it as much as possible. So the importance of it is not to overeat, you know, not overstretch or exhaust your body with any kind of food that you want to take in. All right. And, you know, on the day 5, as I told you, I did fries, and that was kind of, you know, a celebration and honoring, because water fast is an experience that you can maybe go, I mean, if you know, if you want to and your health is allowing and your schedule is also allowing, maybe, you know, once, twice per year. And what you do is kind of like you test your willpower, and it takes so much of your willpower to go through this process, you know, prepare for it mentally that you're going to do that, then, you know, do it throughout the whole way. And then also takes a willpower once you start refeeding yourself, not over consume stuff. So let's say it adds, if you do 5 days water fasting, so let's say 2-3 days a little bit upfront to prepare for it. Okay, you're going to really to do that. So we got what, 8 days already, and then it takes 5 extra days, let's say, counting to 12-13 days. So basically you're taking 12 days out of your life only to go through this experience, to make this experiment, just for yourself. So, when you're on day 4 and on 5, allow yourself to reward, for what you've done. Like, if you're really craving for some kind of like, a nice pastry or nice good that you want to kind of like eat, just do it. Really, just, take a bite or two of what you're really craving. So far, it's been, as I told you already, 1.5 weeks after I broke my water fasting, and it's been great. I really don't have any cravings for anything like that. I feel like I'm just at ease because I know choosing whole foods, and I try to fill in my fridge, of course, with that. I did a couple of food deliveries that I waited for like 1 week or so until it got delivered because of the situation of staying in quarantine. But that was it. And since then, I switched from all kind of like gluten filled products to gluten-free. Let's say my noodles are not from wheat. My noodles are now from buckwheat or sweet potato, combination of that. And you kind of like also this experience and getting to know what is available nowadays can teach you so many lessons about yourself, about your habits that you have, the way you eat, the way maybe you got pressure on how you have to eat from environment. But this is a perfect timing to change those things, because if you're at home and quarantining for a very long time, make something good out of it. Make new experiences, learn about yourself, find out ways how you can improve your health, and maybe come out of this whole situation way more prepared for the new life, and feeling way better and feeling more healthy than you did ever before. So I got you guys a little gift for the ending of this episode. I will add a link in the description box below, where if you go to my website and register for newsletter, you can download the PDF version of all little recipes on how I made my smoothies, on how what is the ingredients of all the foods that I eaten in first 5 days, and how to prepare them with little recipes, just for you to enjoy and have some kind of guidances. Again, a disclaimer: do water fasting only if you feel fit. Consult with your doctor. I'm not an advisor, I'm not advising you, so whatever I'm saying here, it's your own responsibility on how you're choosing to do water fasting and what kind of results you're going to have with it. Alright, also the download PDF version is just like a small gift for you on what worked for me. If you know that any of those foods or ingredients can cause you allergies, for example, just please don't do that, or replace it with something that you can eat, because they're really easy to replace it. Thank you so much again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out my Instagram account. I'm going to share more like behind the scenes guys with you, and also going to do EGTV videos. So hey, throughout the week you might get also an additional wellness tip video from me. So don't forget to do that, alright? Links in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Take care, guys. Bye!